my whole life, like every second, I feel like I'm like one on the left, one on the right. I don't know. Hey, welcome to Smart AF. I'm your host, Torie Mathis. We have got a great show for you today, so let's get started. So, I work out with a trainer at the gym, and Sean does not. And I think it's funny because we both have such a different mentality about when we go to the gym. Like, Sean wants to be by himself. He does not want to work out with anybody at all, right?
Right.
Like, you have your own thing. You don't want to be messed with. You don't want to talk to anybody.
I need to have the gym speak to me and just lead me on the path of what's going to make me super.
So that is not how I feel about the gym. Though, you know, when we first start, like, we've gone to the gym and we've gone, not gone and everything. But this last time that we've gone, like, we have really, I think it's been, oh my gosh, are we at almost, well, I think we're over. It's been a while since we started to go. And we go like 4 days a week. Sometimes we were going 5 days a week, very, very consistently. And I really thought, I was always like that too. I would go to the gym, do my own thing. I never did classes. I hated classes. I did some boot camp stuff for a while, and they were okay. But I always thought that I would be that same way, like get in there, get done what I want to. But I have discovered that the gym does a whole different thing. I go to my class and I work out with my trainer, and it is the greatest thing because I never have to make a decision. I make no decision. He tells me what to do, and I do. I get a great workout. I am totally exhausted. I'm sore at the end. Like, it is the best thing ever. And like sometimes he will say like that's enough, or did you do 10? I'm like, I'm not counting. I'm in no decision mode, which also means like I'm not even counting. Like, I get like so in the zone, like I have no idea what's going on. I don't look at anybody else. Like, I am in this perfect zone of working out. I don't think about anything. So many things, like I'll be doing like driving. I'm thinking about all these other things I have to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm making my grocery list and I'm thinking about this. Like, I have made it this total no decision time because I totally believe in decision fatigue.
That's why you wear nothing but black every
That
day.
is why I wear a black shirt every single day. Like, I have a couple other shirts. Like, I have other stuff, but like, I love that whole like Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, like put on a black shirt, the same pants. Like, I'm totally cool to do that. I'll change my earrings and then I will just wear the exact same shirt. I mean, it's a different black shirt than I wore yesterday, but it is a black shirt. Then I don't have to decide. Like, I'm tired of making decisions. I got like all these big decisions and plans and things I got to do, that it's nice to have this time that I think at all. You don't believe in that?
I find like there's got to be something specific that I need to make a decision on. And I don't really find myself in a position too often where it's got to be like, the one on the left or the one on the right. Or...
Oh, my whole life, like every second, I feel like I'm like one on the left, one on the right. I don't know. Okay, Torie, what are we having for dinner? Well, shit, I've got to decide. Where are we eating lunch? What are we going to have for breakfast? You know what we're having for breakfast? We're having the exact same thing as we had yesterday, and it's going to be in between breakfast time and lunchtime, and it's called a green smoothie. And what is it going to have in it? It's the exact same thing as yesterday.
See, that's what you get for being a designer. Your whole career is based on
making
your decisions, or mine. They don't really matter. Like, I live my life being told what I need to get done, and now I get to do it in the order I want. But for the most part, I don't have the same issues with having to make the decisions. Although I do, if I was in your shoes, you know, I would struggle with it because I don't like making decisions. I'm more of like, I don't know, you tell me. I'm there, like, start with the idea and then get it done.
Like, you want somebody else to deal with all the details.
Yes.
Yeah, but you won't even make the big overall idea for dinner.
No.
I have to make that decision every day.
The big idea is that it's dinner.
The big idea is the fact that
it's time to eat.
If we don't eat, we'll die. Yeah. I made that decision.
I mean, like, do we need plates or bowls? I don't fucking know.
It's awesome. Okay, so this whole decision thing, though, like it goes, I think it's deeper because everybody does have to make decisions. Like, you still had to decide what shirt to wear. You still have to, every person, I think, gets to this cap. Like, you can only do so much in a day. So I think if you do, make a lot of these decisions, like having routines, having these times when you don't have to make any decisions at all, I think are super positive. And so we were talking about that. And some people choose to have that mellow, no decision time. Like the gym is my time. Like that is my time that I am just totally chilled out. Even though I'm working really hard, my mind is off. Like I'm not thinking about what I have to do. I don't think about anything else other than what I'm doing. So if you don't set yourself up for these non-decision times, then it's really easy to default into shitty, no decision times. Yeah?
Yeah, and I think, the fact that you have the trainer, you don't have to make decisions when you're actually working out, which is obviously what you want. But the fact that you have something that you have to go do on a daily basis that happens to be at the gym makes it that much easier for us to, you don't have, should we go to the gym or not today? No, it's Monday. We go.
It's a twofer. Okay, so it is. We have the class. I have my class I go to, and I wouldn't miss it because, when I do miss it, everybody's like, "Torie, where were you? Are you okay?" Because, I am always there. I am a stable one there. That if I'm not there, it's definitely noticed. And then I do my weekly training. So, again, you have to go. So it's become such a part of our routine. It's a non-negotiable. We're going no matter what.
Kid gets dropped off at school. We go to the gym.
Kids stay home from school for some reason. We're going anyway. It is what we do. We are going. So it's a twofer. It's I don't have to make decisions. And it's also instituting a super good routine and habit. Because if you don't institute super good routines and habits, you will default to shitty routines and habits. And I have some that. So, like I said, I really do think you need that time, that you need to not have to make decisions. But you can't, or I don't know, I don't want to Netflix and chill my life. Sure, it's a good way to veg out and not think about anything. But if that's the only thing you do for your non-decision time, I don't think that's not where I want to go. I want to at least move forward during my non-decision time. We do watch some TV, but it's not that's the mainstay of our chill out.
Well, I think everybody, when you're a business owner, time is one of the main things that you seem to run low on, because there's tons of stuff that you either need to be doing or could be doing both, right? And so even not having to make that decision to go to the gym, it's part of the schedule, so if you've got X amount of time that you need to do specifically for whatever it is that you're doing work wise, you've got other time as well. You sleep for 7-8 hours a night. That's scheduled. You go to the gym. It's all scheduled. These are things that you don't have to make the decisions on. Don't make them even something that you can make a decision on. That's just what gets done.
Yes.
You don't make the decision to go to sleep every night. You're going to go to sleep every night.
You don't make the decision that you are going to eat dinner.
No, it has to happen. Right. So, use that free chill time wisely, and make it a habit. Change the pattern. If your habit is to sit on the couch and watch Netflix for 8 hours on Sunday instead of doing something a little bit more productive or healthier or with the family or whatever the case may be, just choose that time a little bit wiser.
And I think that's important too, because I always feel and I have to step back every once in a while on this, because I feel I have to be doing something productive all the time. And so I think there is that balance of, don't Netflix and chill 8 hours every single Saturday and Sunday. But then there is you do need to have something that is your time especially if you're a business owner, that you're not working, that you're not on all the time. Like that switching that time off is going to make when you are on so much.
Well, and for us, I think that's like getting away from the laptop screen. Like that's the hardest thing to do. But once we can change that pattern and get away from that, then you can plug something else into it.
Well, when you used to work, when you worked nights and things like that, like a long time ago, and the kids were really little, I worked late. I worked every day. I just, because kids were napping or kids were up, that I had to get in my work time whenever I could. And then once the kids got older and stuff, I was still on that same pattern. Or once you stopped working nights, I was still on that pattern. And so I got to this, like, I'm working in the evenings and I'm working on the weekends and I'm working. And so now, stepping back, like I really try not to work past like 6 o'clock, 7 at the, like if I have a special project, then yeah, I get it. But man, if I work late, it screws me up so bad that I don't sleep. I start thinking about it. And like, I've realized that I do this, and it has taken a lot of effort to be like, if you are going to sleep and you are going to lead a good life, like the laptop has to turn off, and don't even pull out the phone and start doing shit on there either, because I have to cap myself. Otherwise it's like just nonstop.
Yeah, then the sleep gets disturbed.
It really does.
The next day isn't as good, and snowballs in a negative way.
Like if you don't like make the good habits, the bad ones will just move in, and that routine of working late ended up that routine of not sleeping well, ended up that routine of like, yeah, it catches on, and it's hard to turn it back off. So being more intentional about like what we're doing definitely has helped. That working weekends too, like if I have a special project or I have specific things that I'm doing, like I'm not going to sit there on the weekend and do client. But if we have a project that we're doing, or like doing our podcast or YouTube channel, or things that are to move our stuff forward, like I will, like if the kids are doing something already, work on projects like that on the weekend. But you have to have that time of doing something else. I like your idea of it. Your chill plus good habit is a good way to make that.
I think if you fill your calendar with all the stuff that is important to you and schedule that stuff, get rid of the decision making, just make them the habits. If there's that time left for you to Netflix and chill, use that time. But I doubt it's going to be as much as, spending a weekend doing it every weekend. Like you should not have that much time to do nothing like that on a daily.
But if you're not doing anything like that ever, like you got to flip it back around, because I think it's really easy to go too far to the side,
sure.
Too far to the side. Like you got to find that balance.
I think like for us, it's we're in bed right before sleep. 1-2 hours of TV, and like that's pretty much the only TV we ever have. But that's for us, and it's
different.
And again, we don't make those decisions. It's just literally what we do on a daily basis every day. It's just a little bit at night right before bed, and we're trying to do the same thing every day.
I think it makes our house run better. It makes the kids run better. It definitely helps the business run better. Scheduling and getting like, these are what's going to happen no matter what. These are the times Torie doesn't have to make any decisions.
Well, and taking it even deeper too, because like I don't go to the museum on a daily basis, even though the museum is open 7 days a week. But because we have, the gym on certain days, and kids do certain things on certain days, and all these things that are all pre-scheduled, I pretty much know I can go to the museum on Saturday because it's the busiest day of the week, unless we have something else that's more important and there's not really anything important going on at the museum. I can make that decision call on that given Saturday. And then if there's anything else that needs to get done, not like just going and hanging out, but like I need to do something, I know Wednesday of every week is my go-to day of the week. If it doesn't work out on Wednesday, I know Monday is my fallback. I'd rather not Monday, and I'd rather do it Wednesday. But every week, I know no matter what, I can make these plans. Because we have those
chunks of this is always happening, no decision time. This is what we're doing. We're gymming. We're have whatever things that we're doing.
So even though I don't make as many decisions as you, I mean, there's still things that because
you set yourself up so you don't have to.
Yeah, it does make it easier. Otherwise, it's well, I go Thursday. Do I do it Tuesday? Nope. It's either Wednesday or nothing. And usually stuff can get worked around a few days to work on my day. If Wednesday never works for whatever I'm dealing with, then I have the fallback day.
Well, I think and that's part of going back onto that non-negotiables that we've talked about. When you have those things set in, everything else will just work out. Going to it doesn't matter that it's not Tuesday. And if somebody was well, I need you to be there Tuesday. Well, sorry, Tuesday doesn't work when you already have those things planned out. Then you don't even have to, make those decisions or worry about oh, well, should I go or should I? Nope, can't happen. That time is blocked and scheduled for something else.
Which then also just makes it easier to remember everything that is going on, which just, I think, takes the whole stress level down a little bit, where what are we doing on this day and what needs to get done here and all this, no, I don't need that extra level of stress. It's no good.
If I could just figure out dinner, if I didn't have to make decisions. You know what's funny though? If I've tried that whole plan out your next month and write down what you're gonna eat, and then you have your dinner plan, and that way you don't have to make the decision of dinner. Doesn't work. Because I'm I don't feel like that. I don't want to eat this today. And I just blew the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
I have to let those feelings get involved. You gotta have a little bit of flexibility, so I guess dinner is my decision. I'll make the decision.
Or I'll boil a box of noodles.
Yeah, I'm not eating tonight. If you want to get smart tools to build your business, go to besmartaf.com.